have a motion proclaiming Public Safety Telecommunications Week? Motion by Commissioner Forrester. Second by Commissioner Snellgrove. Comments or questions? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Proclamation reads, whereas emergencies can occur at any time that require police, fire, or emergency medical services, and whereas when an emergency occurs, the prompt response of law enforcement officers, firefighters, and rescue squads is critical to the protection of life and preservation of property, and whereas the safety of our law enforcement officers, firefighters, and rescue squads is dependent upon the quality and accuracy of information obtained from citizens who telephone the Houston County Sheriff's Department Communications Center, and whereas public safety telecommunicators are the first and most critical contact our citizens have with emergency services, and whereas public safety telecommunicators are the single vital link for our law enforcement officers, firefighters, and rescue squads by monitoring their activities by radio, providing them information, and assuring their safety, and whereas public safety telecommunicators of the Houston County Sheriff's Department Communications Center have contributed substantially to the apprehension of criminals, suppression of fires, and treatment of understanding and professionalism during the performance of their job in the past year. Now, therefore, members of the Houston County Commission do hereby proclaim the week of April 11th through April 17th, 2010 as Public Safety Telecommunications Week in Houston County in honor of the men and women whose diligence and professionalism keep our county and citizens safe. I'll present that to you, Sheriff. I know we also have dispatchers, telecommunicators from the city of Dothan here also, so all of that was said in there about Houston County goes for you all too, and we're glad you all could join us today. Sheriff?
You know, a lot of time our communications personnel are forgotten by the public because they're not out in the public eye. But our communications personnel are the first link in the chain there that gets things going, that gets everyone some help out there. And they're pretty much the most vital link there, because without our communications personnel, they're not going to be able to get the call. You're not going to be able to get accurate information, so we can get the enforcement officers who are out in the field, the rescue squads, or the fire departments, so that we can get people the help they need. And it's come a long way. I started out as a dispatcher in 1986 with the sheriff's office, and back then we had to write everything down on a log. We didn't have any computer-aided dispatch. When they said teletype, we had a real teletype. It printed the whole thing out. You weren't looking at a computer screen, and you had to stamp a time card to keep up the times on the call and everything else. So times have changed. Technology has really advanced, and all the technology has helped us. And we've got to have people who are skilled and can use the technology to get everybody the help. But we applaud our communications personnel because they are the first link in getting everybody help out here in the community. Thank y'all.
Thank you. Do you all want to say anything? Want to put a face behind the person that answers the 911? No? Okay, well, go ahead.
I must say too, these two teams, communications teams, the sheriff's office and the police department, both work together very well. They communicate with each other in both communication centers by computer and via telephone. And a lot of times they have to talk back and forth to each other. Sometimes we have to make sure that backup is headed that way from either agency to assist the other agency. Sometimes these calls are on the right in the outside of the city limits or right outside the city limits, and they have to determine a lot of times which agency is going to be sent to help. And we appreciate them very, very much. Thank you.
Thank you. I do want to recognize Ray Owens, who's in the back, who's the head of the director, of the E911 advisory board, or he's the director of E911. Let's just say that. And Ray, we appreciate you taking on that position and keeping us on the board straight.
Thank y'all for all you do.
Thank you. All right. Thank y'all.